here. All right. So
Hey.
I am so excited for you, Grace. Just that you're fresh starting. And I met with another consultant yesterday who some stuff happened and she got busy. And she's like, I want to do this. I want to move forward this year in whatever ways she can. And so I love that. I told her I'll take a re-excited person over a first-time excited person all day.
Good.
There's joy in the newness. And so some of our girls who are brand new, you get to learn, you get to, grow. And then sometimes things happen and you come back later ready to work at it again. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's what Mary Kay is about, is to be a safe place for all women. So I am so excited to walk through this together. So I'm going to share my screen and I have a lot of content to go through, a lot of information. You may feel it's a little bit of a fire hose, but I hope that it will more feel like we're just touching on different categories of what you need to know in this, and you can come back to the packet. You may not use some information today, but like, hey, I remember just talking about that. So that's why I have it all written out. And then we record this so you can go back through it if you need to, whatever works for your brain. And my hope is when we get done, number one, you feel so excited about the big picture of your business, like that this isn't a one and done, make $1 million this month and then, hope, but it's literally something that can be built into a long lasting forever kind of business that you get to ebb and flow with you. And you have a mentor and a team of women to walk through it together with. And so that's my hope. So let me get to here. Let me move me. Let me get to presenter view here. So that way it'll fill up the screen. And we'll go. So there's 4 parts. We've got getting organized, establishing clientele. We've got building a business for life, and benefits and rewards. So why is my screen sharing paused? Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, I don't know why it says it's paused, so we're just going to keep going. All right, so what you need to run a home business, that is where we start. And so this is more just a little bit of organization. What are the just elements that you need to have before we start talking about taxes and how to set things up so you get the maximum deductions? So running a home business with Mary Kay now is so much less than it was when I started 15 years ago. We were mostly paper back then. We had Mary Kay in Touch, but it was way simpler. There was no apps. Like, it was a different day. And so today, I'll tell you that you need basically a computer. You can do most things from your phone, but a computer helps a lot for some of the bigger things. You'll need a stapler, just from time to time. I recommend, as y'all have heard in the orientation, I recommend using a binder, a 3-ring binder, because you'll have tracking sheets and things that you want to put in, and then things that you're going to take out. And so it makes you much more flexible if you've got that binder to open and shut and take and add pages. And so a 3-hole punch is just one of those simple things that will make your life easier. And you can grab them pretty cheap at Walmart. Also, some sort of file folder thing where you can put some papers for your yearly taxes. You don't need a whole cabinet by any means, but a couple folders, maybe a little. I started with a plastic box that had hanging file folders, and I just had a few file folders. So it's not a ton, but you will have a few pieces of paper you need to hold on to, and it would be great if you just have a place where you can kind of store those. That is it. That's really it. Access to a printer will make your life better. Some of the things you may choose to do digitally, but I'm still a girl where I like to print my tracking sheets on paper and write with my hand. That's just how I work. We have girls who don't. They do it all digitally. So depending on how you're wired, you may need access to a printer just to print the materials that you're using on a weekly basis and a monthly basis. So that's pretty much what you need to run your home business. Now, our next page, it's swirling here. We're going to start talking more on the money side. How do you manage the money for your business, and how do you prepare for taxes? So, overview, your taxes will be benefited by having a Mary Kay business. You will owe less to the IRS from income because of having a Mary Kay business for a while. You may think, well, I'm making money from Mary Kay. You are, but you get to start writing off your life. And so your deductions will outweigh your income for a while. So you don't have to worry about setting aside money from every sale right now to do that. I'm going to stop share and reset it because it's not working. So let's try this again here. That is weird. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything's just swirling. Maybe Canva's not working. Let me get out of that and try. Looks like my Safari is broken. That's what it looks like is going on. I really hope I don't have to restart my computer. Let's see. Let me try this. Apologies for the delay. I hate being delayed on making y'all sit there, but it's kind of helpful if we have our program open and functioning. So let me present again and see if this will work. All right, let's give this a go. Okay, so yes, hopefully we are working and in business again. So this sheet, it says Accounting Unlimited at the top. They are people who know the Mary Kay world really well. They do people's taxes up in the Midwest. I don't really recommend using them, but I love their resources. And so I grabbed this sheet from their website. I use this every year when I file my taxes. And so being that it's January, it's a great time to just get this set up and started. And then at the end of the year, it won't be piles of receipts and going through bank statements. Like that is the worst thing. I do not want that for you. So this sheet lists off what are the deductions that you can take as a Mary Kay business owner. Some of them are very businessy, you know, total sales, inventory, advertising, interest, things like that. But when you look at the bottom, you've got vehicle expenses and office and home expenses. And so if you are paying for expenses in regard to your car or to where you live. Now, Grace, I think you live with your family at this time, but sometime if you move out and you've got rent, or if you pay rent to your family or help with, expenses, anything involving your home, you get to keep track of. You also get to keep track of internet costs and your cell phone costs. So that adds up fast. And that's why for most people, when they file their taxes, once they start Mary Kay, they get more money back because of all of this stuff. So what I do is I don't keep all these receipts in paper form. I put them into my computer. Dropbox has an app. You can scan your receipt and put it right into your computer. And I just put the category on it. So you can have a folder of your, of your postage receipts. And all the postage receipts are in one little folder. And so you don't have to track them down. You have to worry about them getting lost. So when I do my money and I track my sales and my expenses, I just go ahead and scan in any receipts that I had for my Mary Kay business. And I just give them their title. Is this travel? Is this meals? Any of those things. And so you can do it what works for you. Some people are still more of a paper person and they want to keep those receipts. That's okay. You just need to know what category they fall under. So that way you can claim those tax deductions. The receipt is your proof. So whether you have a receipt on the computer or you have a receipt on a piece of paper, that's the proof for the government. If they were to audit you, that you did have that expense and you're not just making stuff up. So the list here, there's some that you may never deal with. You may not pay dry cleaning for a Mary Kay dress or suit or something. That's fine. Some things you may do if you travel to go to a conference, that's a travel expense. If you're coming down here for something and it's an hour drive, or you go to a conference, like those things all count. So if you're driving, if you're buying something and it's specifically because of your business, those are the things you're going to hold on to receipt wise. And if you're not sure, you can always reach out. That's where I'm like, this sheet is a good thing to have today but you may have questions about it in the future when you need to know, because you spent money, and I'm here to help you. So the big thing I want to explain is at the bottom half, your vehicle expenses. This is why when you start your Mary Kay business, I'm like, write down your starting miles. You need to know how many miles are on your car. And then anytime you drive and you're doing something for Mary Kay, maybe you're giving catalogs to friends, maybe you're dropping something in the post office, maybe you're, someone at church just asked you to bring them a mascara, like in your living of life, or you could be going to someone's house to do a facial. They want to try some things, like any of those, going to Walmart to buy, packing materials, that counts. So anything you do for Mary Kay, you've got to keep those miles. But what the government needs to know is how many miles were on your car at the start of the year, and how many miles are on your car at the end of the year. And of that amount, how many of the miles you drove were for Mary Kay things. So that's why you need starting miles, because they need to know how many you drove that year so they can see how many of the miles you drove were for Mary Kay, for percentages and all that fancy stuff. So make sure you have your starting miles. If you have forgotten to do any of these things, start today. Just start today. It's okay. You're new. They give you some grace when you first get started. So starting miles, then you have all the trips that you do. I use a note on my phone, and each month I just email myself the note, and that's how I have my mileage for that month. You could do a notebook. You could do an app. They have apps. I was just really bad about remembering to open the app. And so hopefully writing it down in my phone will work better for me. Again, it's just whatever works, whatever your style is that you can remember, because miles on your car claimed are dollars in your pocket. It's so worth it. The other thing at the bottom, office and home expenses, because you run a business from your house, you do get to take a bunch of extra things for what you're paying for. And so what you need is to establish a place in your house where you are doing your Mary Kay work. You don't actually have to sit there, but it needs to be your office. If you have a space in your house that is strictly an office, pick that, because you can write off the whole entire room. When I started, I was in a 2-bedroom apartment. And so the second bedroom was also my office. And so I could only do like the desk area. You can't claim a bedroom as an office, but you can claim a portion of that room. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's like my nose wants to run the second that I start talking. Same thing. Kids need you the second you start doing anything important. All right. So that is, that's the office and home. Designate an area that's your office, whether it's a part of a room because there's other stuff in there, or it's just an entire space that's an office space. So that is the, that's the, office and home. And then you'll just need to know how many square feet is your office. And that portion, based on the size of your house, also tells how much you get to write off in all of your utilities and things like that. So I'm not a tax person. I'm not like, I can't tell you exactly all the percentages and how they break down. I just know what factors they need so that you can file and get deductions. And this sheet is what you use. You're just going to go through boom, 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 boom. Any expenses you have in these areas is what you're going to use to file taxes next year. And so it's worth the little bit of effort. And if you can take your receipts and turn them into a virtual scan into your computer, it's way less paper. You don't have piles. It just doesn't feel as overwhelming. So that is taxes. If you have questions at any point, please jump in, pop in, talk over me, let me know. I don't want to go too fast to where you don't get to ask. So be that as I turn pages. If you have a question, please hop in. Now, money management is something I'm really, really passionate about with our team, because this is the game changer. If you came to save money, I want to make sure you are getting those benefits. If you came to make money, I want to make sure that you are getting the maximum benefits, especially if you have a family, if you have husband and kids who are adjusting to your extra thing that you're doing. We want them to see the benefits. We want them to see you provide or pay for things or pay off things. And so if at any point you feel like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, or your business grows and now there's some new factors and you're not sure how to handle them, please reach out. We do talk about money from time to time in our huddles, or I'll do a video here and there. There's even some in our group that are there, but please know that that is something I really do want to make sure goes well. And if you don't feel like you get it, reach out, ring the bell, let me know. So money management, here's the deal. You basically have two pots of money that you're going to deal with when it comes to your business. You're going to have your profit side of your money and you're going to have your inventory side of your money. So when we say that we make 50% profit, 50% of everything you sell is set aside for getting the products. You know, if somebody pays you $110, 55 of that is for the product. And so you need to split that money out and set aside that 50% to buy her products. But what we actually teach you to do with your sales, what we actually recommend is to split your money 60-40. Split your money 60-40. So when somebody pays you for their product, you want to immediately set aside 60% instead of 50% for that order. And here's why. That 10% buffer that you're taking from your profit is enough typically to cover your, if you have a shipping cost that you have to pay for. Samples, catalogs, just various items that sometimes will be an expense that you have to cover. There is a cost of doing business. It's not super high here in Mary Kay, but it is a cost. And so having that buffer of 60% of what you sell set aside for orders and for covering those things will make your life better. Then 40% is the inventory side. So maybe draw a line down this page right here. On the right side, you're going to put inventory. On the left side, you're going to put profit. So of your money, on the right side, that inventory category says 60%. And that's your money to buy the products. That's your money to pay shipping costs that you have to cover. Sometimes our customers pay shipping, but sometimes there's something that you end up doing, So you've got that. The third would be catalogs, and the fourth would be samples. Maybe little minis, things you want to do for gifts. That is going to cover your just needed things for your customers. All right. So that's the inventory side. When you put 60% of your money there, you know exactly how much you have to order stuff. So if $200 comes in, you're going to go $200 times 0.6. Let's say that's 120. All right, I've got $120 for my next order. Done. There's no questions. You don't have to pray about it. It's just, okay, I've got $120 to order, and you should use that money to order. Then what's left is $80. If it's a $200 deposit, you've got $80 left. Now, what is that for? That is the 40% that you put in the profit category. That is money for you, for your family, for your savings. And so when you see that amount of profit, that's the money you can then transfer into your own bank account. So you do want to have a Mary Kay bank account. It does not have to be a business account. Because you're a sole proprietor, you can have a regular old personal bank account. You open one. I prefer to open them at the bank that I actually go to because it's just easier to do online. I can transfer and move money around online. So I have my Mary Kay bank account at the same bank as my personal accounts. I use Chase. I've used PNC before. I know there's a million out there, but just have a way that you can put your Mary Kay money into the bank all in one place. That's for tax reasons. You cannot commingle all those dollars with your own personal bank account. When you do try to file taxes with that, they will ring your bell and you will get in trouble. So you've got to have an account that's for your Mary Kay stuff. It doesn't need to be fancy or business, just a regular old free account, whatever you can get. And when you have sales, what you're going to do is, let's say you have ProPay that Mary Kay uses. That's just a holding tank. That's not a bank account. So you need to transfer your ProPay money from your website orders and the things people buy online, transfer your ProPay to your Mary Kay bank account. If you have Venmo, if you have PayPal, if you have Facebook Pay, all that money fuels to your Mary Kay account. So all money that people give you in cash goes into your Mary Kay account first. Everything goes into the Mary Kay account. So once a week, because of the speed that I work, once a week, I have a time where I sit down and I just go, okay, how much money went in today or went in this week? All right, so $550 went into my account this week. Let me immediately assign 60%. Boom, 60% is for my orders. At this point, I have a full store of inventory at my house, so I can serve people in my community quickly. I personally choose to do that. Stop. I do that, and so I then set aside money to reorder what I sell. You may not choose to do that, and that's totally fine. But whatever the case, when money comes in, 60% should be for your orders, and it's just earmarked for your orders. Now, what's left is your profit. And so if I have something I'm saving for, maybe there's an event coming up, or I need to buy some stamps, or, I just have a few things that I want to keep some cash in that account for, I may set aside $25 in the Mary Kay account that's for expenses that are not ordering from the company. I'll leave that there. And then the rest of that needs to be transferred to my family. So my money comes in for the week. Let's say it's $550. I put 60% aside to order. I save a little bit of money in the account to cover any random expenses. And the rest of that is the profit that transfers into my family's bank account. That's how it works. Your Mary Kay account is just the fuel or the funnel through which you buy the products that you need, you cover any little expenses, and then you pay yourself. You transfer money as a paycheck to you. And I highly recommend sharing that with your family. When you transfer $50 to your family's account, let them know, screenshot it, show them whatever it needs to look like. Make sure they see those wins. It's good for you and your heart, and it's good for them. When you are having to step away to do a training or to get on our huddle or to meet with a customer, they need to see those victories. And, sometimes it's just saving money on your own products. Like, hey, babe, I just ordered $200 in my skincare stuff and I didn't pay a dime because my customers had ordered. And so I was able to use that money and I didn't have to take it out of our budget. That's a win too. But you got to know the money management of putting it in, dividing it out, transferring money to your personal bank account from that 40% profit. That's how you know where your money's at. And if that's not working for you, if you're getting messed up or confused, I want to know. Now, there's one weird thing with all of this that I needed to tell you because it makes a difference. CDS. Are you familiar with CDS? The customer delivery service is CDS, and it is the way that you can literally have an order sent straight to a customer. You never have to touch it, and it's wonderful. You can even add 2 free samples to CDS orders or a catalog to their order for free. That is money Mary Kay is spending for you to serve your customers better. It is incredible. So I don't use CDS all the time, but I do use it fairly often. And CDS is cheaper shipping than having orders sent to you as a consultant. The reason is when you order as a consultant and you put a big order together and it comes to you, they are giving you, $13, $13.95 shipping, no matter how much you order. So you could order $10,000 of product and it's $13. You can order $400 of product. It can be 3 big, huge boxes, heavy boxes, and it's $13. So it's a great deal when you're a consultant and you're stocking up and you have a bigger order. When you need to send something directly to a customer, it's not a good deal. So they have customer delivery service. It's called CDS that you can send direct to customers for only $5.95. And so that's not super expensive for your customer to pay, or you could split it with her. If you want to, be a little extra generous, you could say, hey, $3 for you, I'll do $3, whatever you feel good about. You can say free shipping over $50. If they order $50 or more, you cover the shipping. That is totally up to you. I do recommend having them pay a portion or the full amount of shipping just because the expenses can get a lot if you are doing that a lot. If you're working with people in person and they're in your community and you just give things, then definitely you don't need to charge shipping. But if you're mailing a lot, it can add up. So CDS is wonderful. It's a tool that you can send products straight to customers when you don't have product on hand. You can add those 2 samples of a whole list of options for free, or you can put a catalog in there. You can, go back and forth, whatever you like, and it ships directly to them very quickly. So when you use CDS, you can personally pay for the order and it goes to them and then your customer pays you. Or you can have the person's credit card in there and you can send their CDS order and charge your customer full price, the full amount, and then Mary Kay will just take their cut out of it. You have the option. There's a lot of flexibility with CDS of whether you pay or your customer pays, just depending on what they would like. If they order on your website, they put their credit card in. Obviously, you can just charge their card the full amount. Mary Kay is going to take their portion. It's just the cost of the 50% of product, 50% of the value of the product, shipping, and tax, the sales tax. Same thing, you're going to charge your customer sales tax. So they're not taking anything extra, but they'll take their portion out. When you do CDS and you charge your customer's card for $110, Mary Kay say they take the $60 out, what's left is profit, straight up. You've already bought the product, you've already sent it, you've already added samples. There's nothing to pay for. So CDS orders that you charge to your customer's credit card, the money left over is yours. Take it, put it in your bank. That is really straightforward and really nice. And so that sometimes can get a little tricky, people figuring out what money's mine, what money's Mary Kay's. So anytime you use CDS and you charge your card for your customer, their card 100% of the price that they owe you, once Mary Kay takes their part out, keep the rest. That's your money. So you might have a $40 paycheck one day from a friend who orders a miracle set. Yay. That's exciting. So again, I know money can be a little tricky. People can sometimes feel a little confused, but it's not super hard once you manage it and you master it. And I am so here to help. If you have your own ways, great. I know y'all are adult women. You may already have a way you like to do that, but I am here to help if you need it at any point. So to-dos, get a bank account set up. You definitely want to get that done ASAP so you have a place to put that money and to fuel it correctly. Set a time that you can look at your money weekly or monthly. It depends on how fast you're moving. If you don't have customer transactions on a weekly basis, you don't need to look at it on a weekly basis. But monthly, I would hope you will have that. If you really decide to step in and work at it, you will have it monthly and weekly, maybe daily. And so make sure you have a time to get that stuff organized. It's not fun to do 3 months of nothing and then like, how much money do I have? What do I need to order? That's frustrating. So stay on top of it. Number 2, save your receipts. Any receipts for Mary Kay stuff, you got to save them. So that way you can scan them in and save them for your taxes. So take a picture of it or put it in a folder. Make sure you keep all receipts that have Mary Kay connection. Get that notebook or your note on your phone to keep track of your miles. A notebook might be a good place to start because it's visual. You can set it right there. And if you get in the car and you're like, oh, this is Mary Kay, you can write it down. And then make sure you have your office ready. Just have those basic things we talked about in place, ready to go. All right, we're doing good here. So that's section 1. We have covered getting organized. Now we're going to talk about building clientele. Again, if you have questions, shout, raise your voice, let me know. So how to enter sales. Now, some of y'all have already done this, so you're like, yep, I know how to do this. Others haven't yet. And so I have this QR code that you can scan when you want to put sales into the app or in the Mary Kay in Touch. If somebody's ordering and they're not doing it themselves online, this is how you enter it in yourself. So you have 2 options. The My Customers app is amazing. My Customers app, if you don't have it, get it. The My Customers app is on your phone, a way you can see who has ordered from you. You can see what products people use. If they're like, hey, what was the name of that lipstick I got from you last summer? You can go look. If somebody wants to order from you, you can pull it up on the app. You can process the entire order from your phone. So wonderful. And it overlaps with the computer site as well. So anything that happens in your app is going to show up in the computer. Anything that happens in the computer, on your website, in that way will show up in your app. It all works together. So it's really nice. And it can be a little bit of a learning curve, learning how to put in somebody's order when somebody buys from you and you're trying to enter it in. So this QR code will take you to the YouTube video. I have the YouTube video link, so you could copy paste that as well if you're doing it on your computer or something. And you can watch, there's 2 videos that walk you through how to put that in. I will say that the app is easier. I almost always do an order that somebody tells me and says, hey, I need this, this, this in my phone, because the app helps you to calculate their total, apply discounts, add tax a lot more easily. So it's really nice. So that is where you can learn how to put the sales in. Why do you need to put the sales in? Well, number one, it will make your life better because you will know what you sold and who bought it from you. It is absolutely required for taxes. You have to have proof of purchase. And so the putting sales into the app is your proof that someone bought from you. And so when you file taxes, it's easier. And then it's just good business to serve your customers so that you do have a record of what they've used. Just yesterday, somebody sent me a picture of their compact, their palette, and one of the shades was getting really low. She's like, I need more of this dark purple. So I opened the app. I thought I knew what it was, but I opened the app and I pulled her up and I scrolled back and could see she bought Sweet Plum from me. That was the last purple color she bought. So I told her, Sweet Plum, got it. I'll send it to you. I didn't have to guess. We didn't have to do any kind of tracking. I just pulled that up. And that's the beauty of having all of your sales in the app, just on a practical note. So you can learn how to enter the sales. And then the big thing you need when it comes to the taxes is a total of sales for the year. And when you are entering people's sales throughout the year as they come, whether you do it on the app or you do it on Mary Kay InTouch on the computer, you will then have a total of your sales without having to add things up manually, without having to go through piles of receipts or track down messages. You can literally, with the click of a button, get your total sales for the year with this. And it is awesome. So let me show you what that looks like. This weekly accomplishment sheet is on Mary Kay InTouch. And the step-by-step 1 through 6 shows you what to click on to do that. But I'm going to actually show you visually. So I'm going to get out of Canva here and I'm going to pull open Mary Kay InTouch. So that way, hold on. It's not wanting to work. There we go. New window. All right. So let me screen share with you again, and I'll show you what this weekly accomplishment sheet looks like on the computer. I do this on the computer always, just because it's easier access. All right, here we go. Okay, so Mary Kay InTouch, this is what it looks like when you log in. Yours may have a different, bar of notifications, but in general, it looks the same. When you're doing your weekly accomplishments, you're going to click on business tools right here. And you're going to go down to, here we go, weekly accomplishments right there. And you're going to click on it. And when you scroll down, you'll see where it says weekly accomplishment sheet. So when enter weekly accomplishments goes right here. So you click on that button. Hello, my 3-year-old is coming to visit because her daddy just left with her sister to go to dance. All right, so for this past week, you can see a list here of the sales. I've got Cynthia, Cassandra, Kimberly, Beth, and Patricia. They all ordered from me. And what you'll see there is number of their order. This is how much product they ordered. It doesn't have the total amount of money that I took in. So all you do each week when you come in here and you look at your weekly accomplishments, sorry, honey, you're going to grab your phone. You're going to open the app, the My Customers app. So I am opening it up here. All right, you're going to open up your app. And when it opens, it says orders. So you click on orders and then I can go, okay, Cynthia, where's Cynthia's order? Here it is. Now in the app, I have the amount of money she paid me. She paid me a total of $41.14. And so I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go $41.14 and then I'm going to click add and boom. Now her order is showing up down here. Cynthia Einenberg, $41.14. Good. Then I'm going to go to the next one. Cassandra, how much did Cassandra pay me? I'm going to look on my app where it says $47.63. I'm going to go $47.63, add. And now it's populating down here. So you can see your weekly sales total. You could even see your sales total for the year there. Obviously it's a new year, so it's very small. But that's where when you get to the end of the year and you get to December 31st, your year-to-date sales total will be over here in the corner. You don't have to add up a bunch of stuff. You don't have to do a lot of extra work. You have that sales total right there ready to go, and it makes life better. So Eliana, say hi. Hi. All right. So this sheet is your way of verifying your sales for your tax totals. So if you look here on the screen at submit, she wants to show you guys Daniel Tiger. She got Daniel Tiger on her tummy. Under the submit, you'll see to get a printer-friendly version of your weekly accomplishment for your records, tax records, click here. Click there and look, boom. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but a page pops up with the total for the week. You print that off and now you have your proof for your sales for that week. So this sheet, this weekly accomplishment sheet is going to match up to the sales you have in your app for each of your customers. And that is how the government knows, okay, here's her total for the week. There are her sales in the app and it's just your proof. So you do need to take the time to walk through this. And if you can teach yourself to do it a week at a time, or at the worst, a month at a time, your life will be better. Let me just tell you, as somebody who has not done that at seasons because I got overwhelmed or behind, it's way better to just make it happen. Okay. Get it done on a regular basis. Teach yourself to do that. Okay. So that's that. And again, any questions, you just pop your voice up. Let me know. Here we go. So the next page is talking about how to reach out to people without being annoying or weird. We have the ability to really, truly serve our customers and not be annoying to people. We can build customers from friends and family and not get, heavy-handed or weird. Okay. And I really believe that. And I've lived that over 15 years. So how does that work? What does that look like? It is important to reach out to the people in your life. Personal contact is way, way more effective than posting. Posting is okay. It's more, I think, about having a gentle touch that people see and kind of showing that you really are committed over time. When people see that you're not just a flash in the pan, you're excited for a week and then it's over. When they see that you post and you share the things that you're adding value with, that does matter, but it's not going to create results the way just a simple text message or a private message or a call will. And so I just want to give you some rules of thumb. When you are reaching out to people, what should you not do? And what should you do to come off as somebody with integrity, to get good results? So don't. Number one, don't word vomit. Yes, write down word vomit. Don't word vomit. We can, in our desire to explain and to make sure that they understand what we're asking and to be, open and honest, we can use way too many words, and the confused mind does nothing. If somebody gets a message this long, just to see if they want to get on an event, they're going to go, I'll read that later, most likely. And later never comes. It wasn't that they didn't want to do it. It was just too much. So don't word vomit. I'm going to show you a better way to be direct. Number 2, don't just copy paste somebody else's words and like try to, well, work for her and just copy paste. And then it doesn't sound like you. You still need to be you to your friends and family. And I think you know that, but I just want to say it officially. That's weird. Oh, technology. It's helping me out so much today. Okay. So the third don't is don't end with let me know. Let me know are the 3 words of death to a Mary Kay girl. If you say, let me know to anything, let me know if you want to get on. Let me know if you'd ever, please don't block mommy's space, like to host. Let me know if you want to buy. Now you took all the power and you gave it to them who knows little to nothing about this, who is, just kind of beginning to understand what you do. And you now have to kind of sit there and wait on them to let you know. And they may have forgotten and they didn't intend to not, they just forgot because it wasn't a priority in their lives. They are barely aware of what you're doing. So let me know is not a good way. It's not professional and it won't get you good results most of the time. So those are my don'ts. Here are the do's. What you do want to do is number 1, be direct when you message someone. What I mean is, don't start with, hey girl, haven't seen you in a while. Hope your Christmas was good. How are your kids? La, 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 la. That is, and then, by the way, I would really like to have you blah, 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 blah. That feels fake. It feels like you said all those nice things to get something out of her. Instead, when you're messaging someone and your point is to have results and to do something with your business, start with it. Hey girl, I have a quick question for you. That's typically what I'll say. I have a quick question for you. Or, hey, this is kind of random. I just started my Mary Kay business and I need to practice on some women with these virtual sessions. And I want to invite you, so you're going to go straight to what you're asking. Why are you messaging her? And then end with, girl, your kids are growing up so fast. I love seeing your pictures on Facebook. I hope you had a great new year. So it's simply the order that you say it. You can still express love and encouragement, but you need to go to the point first because then people won't feel like it's a bait and switch. They'll feel like you went straight and direct for why you messaged them and then express the love in your heart. Just goes better. Okay. So be direct. Number 2, be yourself. If you say, hey girl, say, hey girl. If you're a hi Susan, say hi Susan. If you use emojis, use them. If you don't. Like, definitely, I'm going to give you words to help you with reaching out and to kind of help you know like where to start. But you can always make small adjustments to the styling that stays true to who you are. And that's good. You want your friends and family to get a message from you that feels like you. It may be a different thing than you've ever asked about. Like you may not have ever booked people. You may not have ever, followed up with business stuff before. Like this is new in that realm. And so those things will be new. But the heart of who you are, the personality you have shouldn't be different. It should still be you. Okay. Lastly, do end with a question, a very simple and direct question. Instead of saying, let me know if you would ever want to do it, or let me know if you want to buy something. Instead, you end your message the same way that you started it with a direct question. Something like, would you be willing to test this out? Would there be any reason you wouldn't want some samples? What products would you like to start with? It's depending on what you're doing. You're just going to ask a simple question that invites a conversation. So we don't have to word vomit on people and no, you need to stop. You're about to knock my computer on the ground. Okay. You may sit here, but you cannot get into that right now. And if you are bored, you can go and come back when you want to. Okay. I'm going to show you what that looks like. But the goal when you're asking people for something, for anything in your business, the goal is to create a volleyball conversation or a tennis conversation where you send a short message that is very clear. You end with a little question. They can easily answer that little question and give you a little info. Then you send, okay, cool. You respond, another short little question. They can easily answer that question. So they do. And then you say, great. And you send one more little question. That is how you actually book people. That is how you get a sale. That's how you find out information from people, is simple little questions that are easy to answer, that they don't have to think through 42 steps to actually do it. They can do it easily. So what does that look like? This would be if you have someone that you want to be a virtual hostess. You want them to host a virtual party for you. Here's how you would ask as a new consultant. Again, you can always make small adjustments, but here's the idea. Hey, Sarah, I have a quick question for you. We're being direct. I'm learning how to serve women virtually with my new Mary Kay business. My first goal for my training is to find 3 women in my life who will be a virtual hostess for me. This is true. I haven't given you the goal yet, but when we get done, that is one of the goals that I will give you. Sorry, I need a little notebook. Here we go. Is to book 3 virtual hostesses. And so you're saying, boom, here's what I'm asking. Now you're going to assuage 2 fears, time and money. It's super easy. You just invite people and I do the rest. Everyone gets a free spa pack in the mail and you get a lot of free products as a thank you for helping me. So you covered the 2 main details. You didn't say, it's all on Facebook and I'll set up a group and then I'll send you all the things. They're going to get this and they're going to get this in there and they're going to get this in there. And nobody has to buy. I do have a website they can look at. You're not getting into all that. You're giving them just enough information to know what you're asking. And then you end with a question. Is there any reason why you couldn't be my very first virtual hostess? Simple question. You're not asking her for dates or to check her calendar or how many people she knows. Is there any reason why you couldn't be my very first virtual hostess? She can read that very quickly. She can comprehend what you're asking in a general sense, and she can answer that question, yes or no. If she says yes, now volleyball, you respond. So, thank you so much. Then here's the next question you're going to send. We do our virtual pink pop-ups on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, or Thursday nights. The actual session is only 40 minutes. Which of those would be best for you? So she can read that and say, what of those nights would work for me? You know what? We've got sports during the week. Sunday night would be good. We're usually home. Sunday night's good. Now there's a side note written here. Everything you need for one of these parties is in our boards app. It's in the virtual hostess party folder. You're not alone when you start planning these. I just put a little note in there where to find the information of this. Okay. If she doesn't respond back right away, give her about 48 hours and then check back with her. It is almost never intentional. We are busy people and we have a million messages and notifications and things coming in. We see things and then we just forget. It happens to me all the time. So don't take it personal. Don't assume she hates me and she hates Mary Kay. No, give her 48 hours. That's a healthy amount of time. And then check in. Hey, did you get my invite the other day? So often people say, oh, yes, I did. I'm so sorry. And then they answer. Most of the time it's, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to respond, or my kid took my phone, So just check back at least twice. People are busy. It's not personal. So that is how you're going to invite someone. Let me go back real quick. Once she picks the night that she wants to do, then all you're doing is going out about 2 weeks and going, would this Sunday night work in 2 weeks? Or do you want the Sunday night in 3 weeks? You plan it and you're in business. It's really that simple to book a virtual party. Does not take hours and hours and 42 messages, 2 to 3, and you can have a party booked. So I recommend, as a new consultant, starting with our virtual sessions that we have. We offer 2 different options and it costs you nothing. So here's the deal. Number 1, our Inspire virtual sessions are a great way to learn how to teach a session. If you do ever want to do them in person, or you do eventually want to do them yourself, start with our virtual ones and learn the stuff, take notes, memorize what I say. That's what I did as a new consultant. I memorized what my director did, and then I just started mimicking it, and then eventually made it my own. Number 2, it costs you nothing. Cost you nothing to do our virtual sessions. Number 3, your people in your life get to put on the product. The best way to sell is to have women putting on the product. That's the magic that makes Mary Kay special from almost every other makeup or beauty company out there. We allow people to try it first. We serve women with an experience before we ask them to buy. Now, can they buy before that? Yes. Do we have a website and all that? Yeah. But we have the secret sauce of giving them an experience, of allowing them to touch, smell, feel, use, test before they buy. And I pay for that for you. So that is amazing. And then 4th, you can serve an unlimited number of people in a very small amount of time. We used to drive and spend a couple of hours and hope 3 or 4 people show up, and then spend a few hours driving back and cleaning up. And, there's a place for doing things in person 100%, and it can be very fun. But for starting out, when you don't know much and you're trying to figure this out, what an easy way to have a ton of people that you get to serve without ever leaving your home and even having to do it yourself. Okay, can you get started and I can come and wipe you? Okay, I will be right there. Leave the door open. The joys of the little ones with daddy doing the errands. So I'll take a pause in a second, but when you're ready, you can then do them yourself, either in person or virtually. So 2 options. Number 1, a hostess party. You get the hostess, which is the scripting I just showed you, and they put the group together of like inviting their people. You have step-by-step instructions to put it all together. I walk with you the first few times on just getting it set up and getting it in place. I mail the samples and I teach the session for you. You interact with everybody. You get all the sales. Again, it's a partnership with us. You get all the results. I do the hard stuff. The other option is our group individual sessions that we do every week. We have Thursday night, theme night every Thursday. We have Sunday spa sessions every Sunday where people can try the skincare with the charcoal mask. That is week after week after week after week after week. Once a month, we have skin cycling. If you literally have people get on those every week and you're just always expanding to a new person and a new person and, letting people try more, you will sell every month. You will build great income over time just with that alone. Okay. And so you just register the people individually to get a packet in the mail. They hop on the Facebook while myself or April teaches, and then they buy from you at the end. Beautiful. I mean, it's never been so easy to create extra income. So I'll be right back. Hold on. Mommy's chair. All right. So tips for you. Start individual people. If you have individuals who just want to do it one-on-one, start them on the Sunday session if you can. It is the introduction to our skincare and our charcoal mask. It is the bread and butter of our product line. Now, if they can't, or they just are more interested in makeup, that's fine. Put them in on a Thursday. It's really not a huge deal. But my personal approach is if I can have them experience our skincare and get started on the bread and butter, that's the ideal situation. However, sometimes people are more interested in makeup and they're more likely to do it if they can play with some color, and that's great. Don't hold back. Invite a ton of people. Invite all the people one at a time, like individually, not group mass stuff, because it just doesn't work. It's fun. It's free. It's a gift for them. They have a blast. So many women I serve are like, I have learned so much from these sessions, Jess. Thank you. Thank you. It is so, so awesome. So Here's how you can invite women to do an individual session. Hey, Autumn, as I get my Mary Kay business started, my coach has given me a challenge to serve 30 women with a free virtual spa or makeup session during the next month, the month of January, however you want to say it. If you participate, you will get a package in the mail that you get to do with us from home. We go live in a Facebook group. You are not on camera. It'll be about an hour long and super fun. Would you be one of my ladies and help me get my 30? So you can see enough information to not be weird or, sound sneaky. A direct question at the end. It is straightforward. If she says yes, awesome. Our next session is on Sunday the blank. You got to go at least a week out, so that way you have time to sign her up and get it mailed. The blah, blah, blah at 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. now. I need to go in and change that. Let me write that down while we're here. 7 p.m. session. Okay. If Sundays aren't good, offer her a Thursday. Don't say, what date would work for you? Don't say that. You will never get a response 99% of the time because they're like, You can even invite someone directly for a specific event. Like Grace, I know you specifically invited women to the Lash Bash and you got great results. They didn't have to be confused. They didn't have to check their calendar 42 times. It was just, can you do that date or not? End of it. If she doesn't respond right away, wait 48 hours and then check back. Says it here again, follow up at least twice. People are busy. This is not a personal issue. Once you have a date set, this is the link that you can use. It's available on boards. The link is, it's in Facebook. I can send it to you. If you don't have the link to sign women up for their packages, just check in, but that is it right there. That's the link. You're going to add them to the right Facebook group so they can be prepared for it. These Facebook group links never change. So you can copy that link and you can send it to people and it will immediately take them to that group. It's very, very awesome. So these two groups haven't changed in almost 2 years. They're just there every single week. And you can get them added into that because that's where they need to watch the event. And sometimes it takes people a minute to actually accept the invitation. So start early, sign them up and then invite them to the group. It won't hurt them to see what's happening in there. Step 4, we always do a video explaining how to be prepared. Usually it's the day before or the day of the session. So just tag them in the video. Again, that's a layer of excitement because they kind of see us. They start to get to know us a little bit and we tell them how to be ready and what they need to do the session well and have fun. Last step is reminding them 30 minutes before the session. Women are busy and they're forgetful and they get tired. And so 30 minutes beforehand, hey, I can't wait to see you. It's going to be so fun. Just that little extra step is huge in getting them to show up. So my assistant does send you reminders. When you sign people up for these sessions, you will get like 3 texts from my office because we know what it's like. I need to be reminded who I have signed up for Thursday because I may have forgotten to write it down or I'm just distracted. And so these texts are not to like treat you like a baby, but to just help foolproof it. So you don't forget. And it has the links and it tells you, hey, tell them this. And it's a really, really helpful way to not have to think a whole lot and have all these women getting served every week. If you can, hop on the sessions. It's always helpful if they see you in the chat, even if it's just for part of the time. Like, I know you have a life. You can't always have your Thursday nights open or your Sunday nights open. That's okay. But the more engagement you can do with them on there, the more connection they will feel to it and the higher your results will be. So there's that. Now, after the sessions, when you're closing it out, you're going to contact each person individually because they need to give you their points. We have a points thing where we do a giveaway. And here's the point. Yes, we love to give to people, but the point is if they want to get in the drawing, they have to tell you what they want to do. They have to tell you if they want to purchase, if they want to book a future session, if they want to book a private session, if they want to do coupon club, or if they want to join. When they give you their points, they're telling you, here's what I want to do. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to say, do you want to buy anything? You just say, hey girl, how many points are you earning? And when they tell you their points, then you know what they want to participate in. It's that simple. So when I reach out to people after the session, the first text I send isn't business. It's thank you. Thanks for being on. Did you have fun? How does your face feel? You know, it's there. Sometimes during the event, they have commented their answers. So you'll see that they signed up for a few more sessions or they put coupon club. So you do want to watch that. And then you can immediately give them the information they need or sign them up. And that's points that they earn. But if they didn't comment, but they were on, or certain things they didn't answer, then you just say, what points are you earning from tonight? And they will tell you. You will do what you need to do and you'll turn in their points. We have a link where you put in their points. That way we can do our drawings each week. And it's very, very simple. If they don't get on, reach out. Hey, missed you. I'm so sad you couldn't be there. Tell you what, if you can watch the replay within 24 to 48 hours, you can have blank. And you can offer her a little gift or a little gift card or something to get her to use that package that she missed. Yes. That's my friend, Miss Grace, and that's her puppy. Oh, she's watching. Yeah, that's Miss Grace's puppy. So once the session is done, if they have earned points, here's how to take care of each of those things. Number one, help her make her purchase. This is not hard. Help her make her purchase. If she's going to buy something, she can do it herself online. She can just go in, register on your site and place her order. That easy. If she doesn't want to do it, if she just wants to tell you things, then you'll just enter into the app what she wants, get her total and charge her. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. If she's taking advantage of deals to save money, she does have to register on your site when she orders, because that order will come to you if she's registered. The order will come to you. You can adjust her total and then check her out. If she doesn't register and she does the guest checkout, you can't touch it. You can't change it. The order just sends on its own. So make sure people register on your site before they order, so that way you have control and you can process it. And you have to process it. It will not ship on its own. It will not. So don't forget that. Sometimes people get confused and they get a website order and then they're like, Mary Kay didn't process it. They don't. They're letting you handle any discounts, any samples, charging the card, making sure that if you want to drop it off to her or if you want it to ship, they're letting you control that, which is awesome. If she's going to sign up for future sessions, use the link again and get her signed up for those sessions so she can get her packages. Let's see. Let me jot another thing. Sometimes I'll notice little things I need to fix and I just jot them down while we go. All right. If she's willing to book a party, book that date, man. Do it fast. And I can teach them for you on those Sundays and Thursdays. If she's doing the coupon club, send her that information right there. It explains what she needs to do. It gives her the link to do it and explains like, this is a credit thing. This isn't anything intense. And once she does it, I get the form and I answer the questions with you and her, and then she gets her coupons. Easy peasy. And when you have 5 coupon club girls, you start earning jewelry. So as a new girl, you get a lot of jewelry for doing coupon club because it helps your customers get a great deal and it helps you learn a lot. So coupon club is awesome. Your first 5 coupon club people, you get pearl earrings. And then finally, just some smart business stuff. You're going to add her into communication as a customer. After she's done the session, put her into your customer list on Mary Kay in Touch if she didn't register herself. I can't do a snack right now, but you can go get an apple or something if you would like, or a pouch. If you bring me a pouch, I'll open it. It's on the counter in the kitchen. And then add her to your Facebook client group. Your Facebook client group is where you nurture that relationship over time. It frees you from feeling like everything is all or nothing. Like if she gets on the session and doesn't buy, it's over. I'll never hear from her again. No, not if you fuel her into your Facebook group. If you're showing up in your group on a weekly basis with posts, with videos, with information, and just loving on people and making sure you share your heart of what you want for your customers, they will buy when they're ready. And it's not a big deal. So use that Facebook group. Very smart. Make it your place, your hub for helping people understand what you do and what you have to offer. All right. To-dos. Keep working on your contact list of people you can serve. Who can you help grow their business? Who can you encourage? Who can you ask to try samples or coupon club or any of that? So keep working on your contact list. Start reaching out to people. Yes, that's it. Reach out. Start inviting. Use these words. Start making mistakes and trying stuff and being courageous. And I'm here to help you along the way. Then let me know how it goes. I am here to help y'all. I couldn't do all of this in the beginning. I couldn't get a yes. I couldn't sell anything. I didn't know how to follow up 15 years ago. I was going, hey, April, who was my mentor, I don't think I can do this because nobody bought anything. And she was like, oh, well, let's talk about it. Showed me a better way. Boom, results. That's the point of Mary Kay. You're not supposed to know it all. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. That's silly. How would we ever expect that? Don't put that on yourself. I am paid by Mary Kay to partner with you in this journey. You're not supposed to be alone. And that's just a joy. It's a joy to walk with you through it. So, how to build customers for life. We're on the second half of this. My greatest hope is that the women who come into Mary Kay are not worried about how much they make tomorrow. Like, yeah, you can earn income pretty fast here, but it's not about the get rich quick scheme. It's about building something that will last, something that will bring you income for the years to come, that will ebb and flow with the seasons of your life. And if you do well in just 4 little things, you can have that forever. You can slow down, you can speed up, you can have total flexibility with it. But these are the 4 pillars, and I'm going to break each of them down, but here they are. Passion to make an impact, be a resource for your clients and your potential clients, connect with people one-on-one, and share your work. Share Mary Kay as a part of your life. So let's talk about it. Number 1, a passion to make a specific impact on your clients. Okay, go find your water. I cannot leave here right now, but you can find your water bottle. It's there. What do you want for the women you serve? Why is Mary Kay the place you chose to create some extra income or to save money even? There's a reason why you picked this over Tupperware. There's a reason why you picked this over, nails or health foods or whatever. There's a million ways to have a stream of income. What do you want for the women that you are going to serve with Mary Kay? Whether it's 1 a year or 1 a week, like, what do you want for them? I'm guessing it has to do with what you have experienced. That's how it is for me. I have learned how to thrive with my skin, and I've learned how to thrive with makeup. And I want to give that away to people. I want them to feel like it's simple and that they can really have it on their terms. And so that drives me. That's what I want, big picture. More than I want $1. I want to help women thrive with their skin. And so you're going to find your own words for that, but I would encourage you to start somewhere. It can change and adjust as you go, but pick something, put it into words, and then write it daily. Make it known to your customers. This should be the front and center of your Facebook group. Hey guys, I am so excited to do this for you. I'm so excited to do this for you. Today I learned this that can help you with this. Let it drive what you talk about. Let it drive what you post, what you share. It's the genuineness. It's the way beyond $1 thing. When you know what you want for the women you serve, it gives you a direct intention, and women can be all over the gamut in regards to how much they want of that and how important that is to them. But hey, this is what I want for women, and they can self-select in, and they can go, you know what? I only need 2 items, but I love her heart. I love that she really does want to help people. They will feel that when this is your foundation. So that's why you got to put it into words, and you got to write it out each day or each week so you remember. Because in the busyness of life and in goals and in all the things, we can just forget the important parts. We can just get into like checking boxes and staying active and things like that. And this is so much more than that. Whether you serve 5 people or you serve 500, it still is more than just products. Second thing, the second pillar, be a resource for your clients and your potential clients. That's where I said the Facebook group is a massive opportunity to be a resource. You want people who show up in there to see beneficial information that can genuinely help them. Grace, you are doing a great job with that. Talking about products you love, products that make a difference for you. It's personal, but it's also helpful for other women who need that. That is magic. You're not always going to see instant results in Facebook. Like, I posted a video and I sold 5. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you post and you sell one and you're like, wow, that was cool. So it does happen, but it's not always about the instant. And that's why this section is called Building Customers for Life, because there's a lifetime to serve, to add value. One video is going to hit one woman, another video is going to hit another. Somebody else is just tucking it away. And when they run out of what they have, they're going to call you 3 months later. And you'll be like, I'm so glad I did that video 3 months ago because it made me money today. So this is not about getting it now. Sometimes you do. It's not that you never do, but this is about having a place where you are adding value every day or every week, whatever your speed. And people know when they go in there, they're going to hear good stuff and they're going to see somebody who really wants to help them. And if you will be patient and you will be consistent, this will make you a lot of money and it will build you a lot of customers. So I prefer a Facebook group. You can email people, you can, text people, but Facebook is nice because people can connect in on their time. It's not right in someone's face. It's a notification. And so that's what I like to use on the everyday. And then I text much more infrequently, just on occasion. You want to, in order to be a resource, you want to be learning stuff. If you never learn anything, you're kind of limited in what you can teach. So our Facebook group is a place to learn. Mary Kay's website is a place to learn. Okay, well, I don't know what you did with it. Okay, well, can you take care of yourself? Okay. I'm so sorry. She usually is not in here every 5 seconds. So you want to be learning things. You want to share what you learned. That is the most authentic way to talk about your business, to say, hey, guess what I just learned? Isn't this cool? Guess what I just experienced? Isn't this cool? Like, that's real. That's what women connect to, not seeming like some guru who knows it all already. Like, don't think you need to be that. You don't. Speak to the needs that you have and that women have. So this time of year, dryness, baby. I'm talking about dryness. I'm talking about exfoliating off crusty skin. I'm cycling through satin lips. I'm cycling through extra emollient night cream, satin hands, intense moisturizing cream, nourishing oil. If you don't know about those, go into InTouch, learn about one, and then talk about it. It's that easy. It doesn't have to be fancy. Share things that will help make the impact you want to make. So if you want to help women feel confident in their skin, talk about that stuff. Talk about it over and over and over. And over time, it is what wins. The third pillar people like to skip. Most people want to skip this one. But you don't want to do that. It's way more fun and it's way more effective. You need to have one-on-one contact with humans. If it's just messaging, if it's texting, direct contact is key. Because we get inundated with posts and mass messages and email threads all day long. And we may read them or look at them, but that doesn't feel super personal. You're on a list that you're getting a message from. And if you want it, you may reach out. But when somebody sends you a direct contact, a private Facebook message, and you can tell it's to you, or a text message, that feels real. Especially if someone's checking on you. If they're saying, hey, how are you? How's it going? What's going on in your life? That means so much. And people are more likely to connect with you on social media when you have been a friend, when you cared about them. So every quarter, I'm trying to make sure my customers are hearing from me as a person going, hey, just thinking about you. How are you doing? Or, hey, I saw that you had a baby. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Just being a human. And then also, hey, girl, I wanted to invite you to this event. Or, hey, Sarah, how's your skin doing? You need a little bit of both. Be a friend or do Mary Kay stuff, but one-on-one connection is required for results. Mary Kay is a very personal business, and we're meant to be. We always will be. And it's a beautiful thing. The connection, the heart connection is so fun and so fulfilling. Don't try to turn this into get rich quick post world. It's so much more fun to be directly connected to humans. Last, share your Mary Kay, which is the 3 things we just talked about, what you want to do for women, being a resource, connecting with people one-on-one. Share that stuff as just a part of your life. That's where you become credible. People see, Grace has catalogs with her because I've seen her post and she gets really excited about helping women with their skin. Or, Kristen is, I've seen her share some of the tips and the videos that they do. And, she had a little sample with her on Sunday and she gave me one. Like, let that stuff just be a piece of you. You do not need to turn into the Mary Kay billboard. Your whole social media account should not look like Mary Kay, Mary Kay, Mary Kay. Your social media is you, and Mary Kay is one sliver of the things that are important to you. So it shouldn't be unseeable where they have no clue, but it also shouldn't be everything and the only thing. People really do buy in over time, many times. And so let them see over time that you're here and that you love it and that you want to help people. So here is just a couple things for helping you build those long-term customers. The customer service formula is a great way to work with new people. When you have somebody new who gets on a session or meets with you, you want to check in with her within 2 days to see, how did her face feel? How did she like that look? Like, what did she notice? If she's hopping on to future sessions, if she booked a party, give her an update on that, but just see how it was. Make sure that that first initial contact isn't just dead, right? So 2 days after you have met her or she's done a session, hey girl, how's your face been feeling? Anything else you noticed? You're just being professional. People worry about being pushy when they start Mary Kay a lot of times. Pushy is, bottom line, I want you to buy stuff, and what will it take for you to buy stuff? People feel that and they don't like that. Professional is, hey, I was remembering that you tried the mask the other night. How did it feel? What did you notice? Anything that I can help with? Hey girl, I'm so excited about these upcoming events, and I thought of you because I know you love such and such. I wanted to invite you. Those are professional things to do. What's not professional is never talking to people, never following up, disappearing on them, and making them hunt you down. That's not professional. So don't worry about pushy. If you're concerned about being pushy, you won't be. Just be a professional. Take seriously what you do when you do it, and let people know over time that you're going to be there. So 2 days, do a little check-in. 2 weeks, hopefully they've done another session. They did it, a different one, or signed up for a Thursday or whatever. So our hope is that she's done a couple sessions or bought some things. And so within 2 weeks, you want to be checking on those products. Make sure she is liking them. If she has any questions, make sure she's using them. Let's be real. And then within 2 months, you want to be having a touch where you're just checking in with her. And so the lookbook is a really easy way that you can check in with all of your customers 4 times a year. The catalogs mail out every 3 months, and they will mail them for you. I'll tell you about how to do that here soon in just a second. But when the catalogs come out every quarter, I send a text to all my customers at once, letting them know what I'm excited about, what's in there, and to be watching for it. Twice a year, I do a sale. I do not do sales year round, but twice a year. Good job. Good job. Very good.
The long straw was too big because I use a little one.
Good job. Thank you, Sissy. Good job. You're a big girl. So I do 2 sales a year, and I do the lookbooks. And so everybody's hearing from me on those times, which is enough to not disappear on people, but you're not texting people constantly. Okay. So how do you do the lookbooks? How do you get them sent to everybody? Is there an easy way for that? Yes, there is. Save time and money with PCP. PCP is the Preferred Customer Program, and it is amazing. Mary Kay has this in place. It's actually happening right now. So this is a good time to get this information. You can have Mary Kay mail the look, which is our catalog, to your customers for very, very cheap with a sample with your information on it. You literally sign people up, you pay, and you're done until it mails, okay? When you do PCP, you are going to see 5 times more sales, 5 times more. Yes, if all you do is have your customers get catalogs every quarter and you take care of them, you'll sell 5 times more than people who don't send catalogs. The catalogs cost you 90 cents. 90 cents per catalog, shipped with samples with your information on it. It is a no-brainer. You must do the preferred customer program. Send it to your customers, send it to warm friendships and family members, send it to businesses that you have a good rapport with. These people buy out of catalogs. People will buy from a catalog. So be smart. You don't need to send it to strangers necessarily, but anybody who's warm, connected relationship, whether they're a customer yet or not, send them a catalog. 90 cents, free samples, your website, like, oh my gosh, 5 times more sales. So you can sell $200 or you can sell $1,000. Which one would you like? You get to order new products early if you do the PCP, the Preferred Customer Program. And that's nice because you can access new stuff right when it comes out and have it, try it, or be able to send it out to people early. It's always fun, early ordering. So I cannot recommend the Preferred Customer Program enough. It is very, very, very worth it. So actually right now you can sign up your customers for the next catalog through January 17th. So you do want to go in and sign them up by January 17th. Even as a new girl, send them out to the warm relationships in your life. And there is a video. I have a YouTube video that walks you through how to do that. I'll send it out to our entire tribe here in the next little bit. If you want it from me now, just text me and I'll send you the video so you can, or you can go to my YouTube page and you can find the how to sign people up for PCP video. It's easy, but it just kind of walks you through and shows you what it looks like. Now, nooks and crannies, flexibility, structure, we're talking about time. So our final little bit here is, how does this all come together? We are always bringing new women into our team who have full-time jobs, who are going to school, who have children and families. I love it. Very good. We have only women who are busy. I don't know if I've ever recruited someone who wasn't busy. That's not the point here, is that you have all the time in the world to do Mary Kay all day. No, the point of Mary Kay is to fit in the nooks and crannies around your busy life, hence children. I don't try to do my Mary Kay perfectly with total silence. It's not my world right now. And so I do the best I can. I fit it in where I can, and that is good enough. So I just want to put that out there. Do not ever feel like you need to be doing this all the time. But if you're smart, you can do a lot in very small increments of time. Mary Kay fits in little nooks and crannies. And so keep an eye out. Where are your nooks and crannies where you can be intentional to just, boom, I can work on Mary Kay 30 minutes on my lunch hour once a week. If you work on Mary Kay 30 minutes on your lunch once a week, you will make progress. You will build customers. It is so simple. So utilize nooks and crannies. Do not talk yourself into thinking you need a 2-hour window or you need, 3 days a week. No, small nooks and crannies, but you have to pick them. You've got to identify and pick them. You can change them whenever you want, but find those nooks and crannies, especially if you're super, super busy in this phase. Number 2, flexibility. You have ultimate flexibility. You get to change it. I've moved our boot camp so many times because it just didn't work for my schedule anymore. I had this planned and then, can't do it. So I move it. That's the beauty of it, is you have flexibility. You can pick and choose. But number 3, you do need to have structure. Nothing thrives in chaos. Your brain, most of all, does not thrive in chaos. And so if you are just trying to hope for the best and I'll do it someday, all it does is just sit in your brain. It makes you feel overwhelmed and you feel like a failure and it's overwhelming and I can't do this and Mary Kay is too hard. No, it's just that there was no structure to work with. I have, with my family, built in some structure that they can count on. They know Tuesday nights is my team huddle and usually something else as well. And I group it together on Tuesday nights. And so nobody's like, oh, what are you doing? Where are you going, Mom, at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays? Now, kids sometimes will still say, don't do it. And I quickly remind them, Mommy pays for dance. Mommy pays for your school. Mommy, do you like that? Okay, let Mommy do my work. But on Monday night, I'm not going in my office most of the time. Most of the time, Monday night is Mom around, cooking dinner and cleaning up and being there. And there's a structure to our lives. Can it change? Yes, but I have a flow. And so I would recommend working towards a flow. It's good for your own heart and your own mind. It's good for your family and everyone. So if you want to be on those huddles and you want to connect with other women and learn and take 45 minutes in your week to increase your income, begin to plan that in with your family, whatever time it is in your zone. You can say, hey, Mommy's going to do this on Tuesday nights. I'm going to go in my bedroom and I'm going to shut the door, and you can be okay for 45 minutes while Mommy learns and grows and makes friends. And you build that in and they get used to it. It takes a little time. It takes time for all of them. The husband will forget for a long time, but when you've communicated it and you've planned it, then you can execute it without guilt. No guilt when you planned it, which is number 4. Having just a little bit of planning. And y'all, I am the queen of the fly by the seat of your pants club. I was not this structured planner and blah, blah, blah. And when I was no kids, I could even still somewhat fly free and just get it done, stay up late, blah, blah, blah. But the more stuff that has filled up my life, the more planning has just been absolutely required. And I've taught myself how to do it. So don't worry if you're like, that's not my gift. It's okay. It doesn't need to be your gift. You don't have to naturally do it. You can learn it. And you stay around in Mary Kay for a little while. This is the best self-development course that you get paid to take. Mary Kay is a self-development. And if you're a person of faith, I call it a discipleship course. You being here, putting yourself in a space that's new and that's unknown, but yet has so much opportunity for you, is the best thing you could do for your 2024. I promise you, it's not all going to be easy, like just without effort, but it's very simple. It's not alone. And you have a wealth of wisdom to access to support you in this. And so we will help you with planning. That's why I provide one-on-one relationship with me to talk through your challenges, to give you ideas, to support you in the areas that challenge you or that change on you. And so make a plan with your time. Where are the things that we do that you want to be a part of? Do you want to have a guest on every Thursday night? You'll make a lot of money if you do. So block out your Thursday for an hour if you can. You don't even have to be at home. Goodness, you can sit at a practice or in your car and watch it and communicate and have guests on and make money without being at home, without having to do a thing, except for, of course, follow up and, love on that relationship. So it's not hard, but it just takes some planning. So this weekly plan sheet would be a great place to start. If you're trying to go, okay, where am I going to fit this? Where are my slots, my nooks and crannies, my open times? What are the things that I have available? Grab this sheet, print it off. You can actually get a full size of it in our boards app. It's there, so you could print it off every week if you wanted to. I have a calendar now, like a journal that has a week at a glance in it. So I live by my week at a glance in my journal, but it's the same as this page. Okay. And block out your time. Our Mary Kay priorities have always been, and they remain: faith first, family second, work third. So faith first, put in where you want to grow in your faith. If you're in church, if you're serving, if you are leading a Bible study, or you just want to have your quiet time each day, which I do highly recommend, block that out. Put it in your weekly plan. Then block in your family. Where are the moments you can be completely intentional and completely connected? Tuesday or Saturday at 9:30 a.m. is not my family time. I'm here with you and I'm present the best I can be. I don't feel guilty that she's doing her thing, because later today we start Family Sabbath and we're going to have dinner together and we're going to play games tonight and it's going to go into tomorrow. And it's not my only family time, but I'm just trying to express, like, when you plan what you're doing, where you don't have to feel guilty about doing the thing that you said you wanted to do. Saturday morning is y'all. I'm here with you and I'm happy to be here. So pick out where are the moments you want to be completely intentional with your family and awake and alive and invested. Maybe if you don't have a lot of family in your home, maybe it's a bestie, a mentor, people and just relationships that are important. Maybe it's calling a mom once a week or things like that. So plan in that family time. Then you've got 3, work. If you have a job, got to block it in, right? They get their hours. So put those hours in, block them out. And then you might be surprised with what's left. There are nooks and crannies. There are slots that you can choose what you want to do with. If it's going to an exercise class, if it's, joining a book club, if it's working on Mary Kay. But when you spend your time on paper, you are then much more able to keep track of it and to actually do the thing that you want to do. Interruptions will happen and unexpected things will happen, but you're way more likely to actually do what you want to do, spend your time how you want to spend it when you've done this first. And I might be preaching to the choir. Y'all may be the best time management people ever. And I love that. And I hope that. But I just always want to take time because sometimes people are concerned, like, how do I do this? How much time do I need? It's not so much that you need quantity hours as you need good, consistent moments. If you take moments week by week, week by week, week by week, you will get further than you could ever imagine. We way overestimate how much time we need to get things done right now. And we underestimate the impact that a little bit over and over and over and over will do. And it's just true. So how do we make that happen? Small daily wins. If you hang out with us for a little while, you will hear us talk about small daily wins, small daily wins, small daily wins. I live and die by small daily wins. As a director who's earning an executive income and driving a pink Cadillac, I live and die by small daily wins in my work. And that's what I recommend for you as a new consultant. You're going to pick 2 to 5 at the most, teeny tiny things that you want to be committed to on a weekly basis. I'm going to do these things every single week. You get to pick when and where and how, but the small, tiny wins that don't really seem life-changing when you do them once, but over time and over months can completely transform your financial and business situation. And I have a list of women now who I can point to and say, she transformed her income. She transformed her business. She transformed her business in small moments done over months and years. And they're bearing the fruits of it today and quitting full-time jobs and moving into leadership roles with executive incomes of their own because of this piece of paper. So how does it work? As you look at the sheet, you'll see week 1, and then you see week 2, week 3, week 4. And then as you go across the sheet, you'll see a category that says small daily wins, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, goal, net, and then achieved yes or no. So the point here is that I recommend, you don't need to change your daily wins on a weekly basis. You're usually going to pick what they are for a while, use that for several months. And then if you want to tweak or adjust it over time, you can. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Small daily wins are meant to be easy to do. Easy to do. So when you're brand new, I don't recommend saying, I'm going to message 10 people a day every day. That's not easy to do when you're going from 0 to start. But you could maybe say, I'm going to text 2 people a week. Could you text 2 people a week? I think you probably could. So the point is you start with something that's easy. And then when that becomes really, really easy, then a little more will become easy. And you get that down and it feels like breathing. And then you're like, okay, now what's easy? So you can grow according to your goals and according to your courage. As you go further, will help you to get results-based wins. Like, okay, if this is the result you want, this is the wins you need to do. Like there is math to it, but early on, you just need a little confidence. You just need a little practice. You just need to kind of get this going. So pick whatever feels easy to you. And there's 5 categories of wins that you may want to consider. So maybe jot these on this piece of paper here under the 5. Again, you don't have to do all of them all the time. This isn't meant to be like huge, but I just want to give you the categories to look at and pick from. Number one is lead generation. Lead generation is making new connections with people who could become customers. New connections with people who could become customers. So this isn't anything to do with current customers. This is just being intentional about connecting with new people. The lead generating usually is money for 3 months from now. It's being intentional to say happy birthday to people on Facebook, or talking with moms when you're waiting to pick your kid up at dance, or being friendly with the front desk people at different places. Just intentionally warming connections with people. You don't even have to do anything with Mary Kay right away, but you're just being a kind, loving human and building connections. So lead generation is a very important win to think about. Second, booking. If you want to make good money from Mary Kay, even very slowly over time, booking people to get on sessions, to try products, to put it on is key. So booking is a win that is very, very smart to have. 3, customer development. The beauty of Mary Kay is that we have a reorder business. And once you serve someone, or they try products, or they buy things, you can have return customers for life from one person. She can be buying from you 10, 12, 20 years later if you take care of her. And so paying attention every week to how you're developing your customers, that may be just saying hi and checking on her. That may be going, hey, are you doing okay with that new product? That may be sharing content in a Facebook group. That's a little bit of all of it. You don't have to do all of it every day. It can be a very slow process, but if you're constantly paying attention to how am I doing customer development, you will keep a lot of those customers for a lifetime. So that's the third one, customer development. 4, sharing the opportunity. That is just as equally powerful as sharing our products with people. Women are looking for hope, and it's not all women, but you don't know who is. We don't know who's like you, who would benefit from saving money on the products, or who is just unhappy in their situation, or just looking for a little extra stream of income. So sharing the opportunity each week, looking for places to do that, people to do that with, is a very smart business move and good for them. And then lastly, something to help your head or your heart. Head, heart is the 5th category. This is involving whatever area you want to really grow in as a human right now. Maybe you're feeling a struggle over fear and like, I'm scared about this. And you need to write your purpose down every day. What you want for the women you're going to serve. Maybe that alone is a good win for you, just to remember, I want this for the people I serve. I want this for the people I serve. I want this for the people I serve every day. Takes away some of the fear, because you're remembering this isn't just about me and money. This is something for people. This is for their benefit. Maybe you're struggling with your time and you're like, I need to plan my time. So you might have your daily win is plan tomorrow, today. Plan tomorrow, today. And that is the daily win that will help you move forward. Maybe it's, I want to read my Bible for 5 minutes a day, and that will help me. You can make that your daily win for head and heart. You pick, and you pick the frequency of what you feel like is easy, but yet important. So those are the 5 categories for daily wins that you want to choose from. And so each week you write what your wins are. You have your goal for how many days that week you wanted to do it. I have no goals for 7 days a week, just so you know. None of my wins do I do 7 days a week. I do 5 or 2 or whatever's appropriate. So you pick, and then you just pay attention each week. When you do your Mary Kay stuff, you just open your piece of paper and you make your little hash marks as you do stuff. And then at the end of the week, you can see, what did I actually accomplish? Did I do my wins? Was I short? Did I do more? And here's the thing with our team, I pay people cash to just do the daily wins, to have this piece of paper to fill it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to do all the wins. They don't have to have, any certain numbers. If all you do is have your paper, you fill it out each week, you mark what you did and what you didn't do, you get paid cash every June. And if you do it half the year, you get a certain amount of cash. If you do the whole year, you get more cash. You can whatever works for you, but this is what we live and die by. And it has created strength and confidence for women all across the board of all different types and lifestyles. I believe in it with every part of my being. So if you want to know where to start here. Pick a couple daily wins and start paying attention to doing them. I have a reminder text for the girls who participate in this. So that way, every Sunday you get a text from me that says, hey, send me a picture of your daily wins. And you just snap a picture of your sheet and send it over in text. And then I can see what you did and I can ask you questions about it, but you just have that point of accountability to keep up with it. When you do that, that's all it takes to be a part of our daily win circle. We call it the winner's circle. So I would love for you to be a part of that. The silver level is where new girls start. You're just filling out the sheet. Then if you want to move to certain results and you're trying to get certain stuff accomplished, you can move up to higher levels with more specific numbers. But for y'all, just start with what feels easy. Start there. And then this serve sheet is where you're going to keep track of who you did reach out to. Because the daily wins, they're just hash marks. You're just check, check, check. You're just marking it. The serve sheet is where you put their name. So if you're doing bookings, and let's say your goal is 2 booking attempts per week, then when you see those circles there on the page, you're just going to put her name, Susie, Facebook message, Tara, text. You're just marking who you reached out to book. When you have people who say yes and they book, you can write them here in the 6 weekly bookings. You know, Thursday theme night, I've got Sarah and Sally. Sunday spa sesh, I've got Mary. You're just marking down what bookings you have. And then as you actually have women put the product on, use the products, they actually show up to a session, you're going to list them here. You serve them by sharing our products and you're going to list their names. So you have a record from month to month of who you served. When I do my daily wins to do customer development, this is the sheet I come to first. Who did I serve this month? Who did I serve last month? Who did I serve 3 months ago? This is my list of who to be talking to. I don't have to start from scratch every day and figure it out alone. Nope, it's right here on the piece of paper. So the paper tells me who to follow up with, who to nurture, who canceled and I need to reschedule. And that's a booking attempt. If you try to reschedule someone, like your business becomes literally 2 pieces of paper. Your daily wins are the activity you did, and the serve sheet is who the people were that you were contacting and reaching out to. So this serve sheet is money, and it is ease of what in the world to do and where to start when you're working. So I love this sheet. Both of these sheets are hand in hand in my 3-ring binder. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I said, you may want to print this and 3-hole punch it and put it in your binder. These are those sheets. If you're a totally digital girl, you could put this on an iPad or, you know, do it in a way that's totally digital. That's fine. I do not care, but you need to have a place where you're tracking your wins and you're tracking the people that you're connecting with. That for many, many, many reasons. So just start now using these sheets. It'll feel clunky at first. You'll be like, am I doing this right? I don't know. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not here for perfection. We're here to just make it simpler for you to keep up and to stay organized. All right. So final last couple minutes. What's possible? What are some of the available rewards and the benefits for you for the long haul? So this sheet, if you can draw a line down the center, you're going to draw a line down the center and you've got 2 columns. There's the left column, you're going to put sharing the product. So sharing the product is the left column. The right-hand column is sharing the opportunity. You can share the product, you can share the opportunity. Those are 2 streams of income you get from one business. I know, mommy's almost done if you'll let me finish, okay? 2 streams of income, 1 business. That's amazing. You can have 2 flows of cash coming into your bank account from 1 Mary Kay business. So on the left side, let's talk about sharing the product. Please don't talk. The women can't hear me. And I'm going to have to stop and it'll take longer. So sharing the product is your sales money for today. You can get paid every day when you have a Mary Kay business, every single time someone buys from you in any way, shape, or form. So this is your 40% profit. Remember, 50% is what Mary Kay gives us, but we teach you to keep 40%. So 40% profit is your money that you can make every single day. It's payday every day in Mary Kay land. And so sales is anytime people are buying from you, you've got your website. You can have your Mary Kay website where your customers or friends or family order from. You can have your virtual sessions where people are trying products. You can do virtual parties in person. You can give out samples and people will buy things. You can do so many different ways of serving your Facebook group. The right post at the right time creates income. So sharing the product is instant and constant flow of money. And the best way to increase your money on sharing the product is people putting it on. Just here to tell you, in 15 years of time, through COVID, beyond, before, after, everything, when women put on the products, they fall in love and they want them. I cannot say that loudly enough. If you're like, how do I really maximize my efforts? Get women putting on the products. I don't care if it's in person or online. I don't care if it's samples. If you meet with them, you don't have to be fancy. When they use and try the products, they will buy them many, many times. So that's sharing the product. That's your 40% profit margin every single day. Now, the right side is sharing the opportunity. This is money that comes in the future as you invest in people. And so sharing the opportunity, you earn commissions from Mary Kay, and you can get paid every month on the 15th, a commission for passing on the Mary Kay business opportunity to the women in your life and that come across your path. Mary Kay does not require you to recruit. That's not something that you have to do. Your 50% profit margin is yours no matter what level. I make the same as you. On the income from commission, that is based on how many women are on your team and how much in orders your team is doing. So you only get paid when you recruit, when your team members are selling. If your team members are selling, you make good money. So there's no way to be weird and cutthroat and crazy. You don't make any money from just bringing a body into Mary Kay. You don't make any money from being weird and crazy because people are going to leave and they're not going to sell anything. So there is nothing bad about recruiting in the Mary Kay world, nothing to feel weird about or to avoid. If you bring someone into your team and they sell and make money and they make that 50% profit, you receive a commission from Mary Kay's pocket, not from your team member, from Mary Kay's pocket saying, thank you for helping her create a stream of income in her life. That's how it works. You don't have to train them. You don't have to teach them all the things. That's my job. I'm in a leadership role with Mary Kay that I chose because I wanted to help women in these ways. So if you are in my team and you bring somebody into the team, I help them. I do this for every single person who comes in our unit. If they want to do it. And so I'm here to support and help. You're not in charge of anybody. You don't have to deal with any craziness, okay? You just get to bring women in and be compensated when they make money.
We have noodles now.
Great. That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to finish.
Is
Good. So the commission scale grows, but when you start with one team member, just jot this down, you're going to earn a 4% commission when your very first team member has her very first order. It pays out the following month. So you have January and any team members and anything they order, they add it all up on January 31st and you get paid on February 15th. Okay. So each month they tally you up and then they pay you 2 weeks later. When you have a team member, you will want to sign up for direct deposit so that the money just deposits straight into your bank account. When you have 3 women on your team, that is a huge promotion. You become a middle management person with 3 people on your team. They are red jackets. Red jackets are middle management. It is a huge deal to be a red jacket, but it's not a hard deal. Literally 3 people and you get to have that spot and your income also doubles. You start earning 8 or you earn 4, 6, or 8%. So you can double your income with that. I'm not going to go through all the details right now. It is in writing. It's on the website. I can tell it to you, but you don't need all that right now. Just know that if you pass on the opportunity for women to create a stream of income in an amazing, reputable company in a purpose-driven way, you become rewarded. And so as you grow, you can earn that free Mary Kay car, starting with 8 team members. When you have 8, you can start earning that car. You can also qualify to have the role that I have, where Mary Kay compensates you to train other women and to build a tribe of your own. If you have leadership in your heart, if you have a desire to lead a group of women and make a difference in their lives, my role is up for you. You can have every single thing that I have. The pink Cadillac, the executive income, total flexibility, work from home, work wherever you want. Those things are for you. And my greatest calling is to give it away to as many women as I can. And so it's here for the taking. It's what's on your heart that matters. And I will meet you there. And I would be honored to empower and partner with you to go as far as you want to go, as fast as you want to go. Typically, when someone takes on the leadership role that I have called a sales director, average annual income is about $40,000 in your first year. So it's about a $40,000 income first year of a leadership role. Some women come in with a lot of leadership experience and they way go beyond that. But just to give you an average, very, very safe, moderate number, it's about 40K for that first year as a leader. Couple detailed things, and I know our time is winding down, so we're going to wrap this up as quick as we can. How to keep your active status. This is an important detail. It can be a little hard to understand for new girls, but it's not tricky. It doesn't change. There's nothing hidden about this. It's just understanding it so you can maximize your discount. You only have to order once a year, okay? To stay in Mary Kay forever, one order a year of $225, you are good. You can stay in forever. You don't have to do more than that ever. If you want that discount, the 50% discount, that is good 3 months at a time. So 3 months at a time is how the discount works. And this is because Mary Kay wants to protect our business. They're not trying to treat this like Costco. This isn't a discount club, like buy your membership and buy everything half off, 1 item, 10 items. No, this is a business and they want women who come in who love the products, who at least serve the women in their lives, like right immediate to them. You can very, very much benefit from the discount with that. But they're not trying to sign up everybody and their brother to get a random discount on 2 items. That's just not what we're here for. It's not what we're after. So retail products, when we talk about definitions, retail is the customer price. It's the retail suggested price to sell the products. Retail. Wholesale is the discount price that the consultants get. So if we talk about retail, that's the value of the product that customers pay. When we talk about wholesale, that's what you pay as a consultant. It's the discount. Your discount works this way. You'll get a 50% discount on any Section 1 wholesale order that you place as a consultant if you order a minimum of $225. Wholesale, which is worth $450 retail. Anytime you order $225 wholesale, $450 retail value of product, you're always going to get the discount. That is the benchmark for a discount anytime, always, when you're a consultant. You'll keep getting that discount as long as you are active. So the month that you order $225 wholesale, for a lot of y'all, it's like your first month, right? You're going to be active, and that's your month 1. You ordered it that month, you are active 1. The following month, no matter what, you're active 2. And then the month after that, you're active 3. So if you ordered in December, that was A1. January is A2, February is A3. So 3 months, you're active no matter what. Whatever you do, whatever you don't do. 3 months, you've got that discount. You can do anything you want, order anything, sell anything, and you've got that discount. Now, if you do nothing and the next 2 months go by, the 4th month is called inactive month 1. So your discount turns off at the start of that 4th month, and you're not kicked out. You're not penalized. You're not on a bad list. You just need to know, okay, when I'm ready to order, I need to order $225 all at once. You've got 9 months. You don't have to do it right away. There's nothing hurtful about it. You just want to know I'm inactive now. So when I'm ready, I'm going to bulk up and stock up for myself, maybe check with friends and family. Anybody who is actively serving people, actively having guests on events, actively doing virtual parties or whatever, posting in your group, serving, you do not have to worry about this. Like, I've never gone inactive in my entire business, having babies, all of that, because I've always been serving customers little by little by little. So it's not on my radar. I do not check my status. I know I'm active. This is more for people who are doing very little, who are just maybe doing it for them and their family. Those are the people who have to pay attention to active status or any of that stuff. Okay. So that's why we talk about it, because there are many women who come in for very, very small reasons. So if you're here to make some good cash and create a stream of income, this is not going to be a forefront of your life. Okay. So here's how it works. Let's say you order $600 in January. Because you reached that 225 minimum, you're active 1 in January, active in February, and in March. At the end of those 3 months, if you have not ordered that 225 either in February or in March, if you didn't, have a lot, maybe just a little bit those months, your discount becomes inactive on March 31st. It closes. You can accrue 225 in February. You can accrue 225 in March. Those are fine. And if so, it pushes out your active status. Any month that you hit 225, that's your A1 again, A1. And now you have 2 more months where you're active no matter what. So this is not where you have to order every 3 months. It's not. It's anytime you hit that 225, boom, you're now A1 again. So if you ordered in December and you hit A1 and you had that active status, this month you start as A2, but if you hit 225 in January, boop, you're back to A1. And now you've got 2 more months. If you get to February and you don't really hit 225, but in March you hit it, boom, March is A1. Now you got 2 more months. So the company is extremely generous. This isn't a weird thing. It's just they want to honor the discount for the people who are really moving forward. If you're not moving forward, then you just have to be smart. You got to group up your orders, do them at a specific time, a couple times a year, and it's all good. My assistant keeps an eye on this for me. She sends emails, she sends texts, and you will hear from both my mother and my other assistant on your status. Don't ignore those texts. They are not to be annoying, and they're certainly not to be mean. Like, we're not like, you need to do this. It's not that at all. It's just, hey, we want to make sure you're aware. We don't want you to be disappointed and like, oh man, I went inactive and I didn't know. We're just trying to make sure it's clear and you don't get a surprise. You know exactly where you're at from month to month. You know when you're getting to the end, like you're about to leave the team because you haven't ordered, and we don't want you to fall out on accident. So pay attention to those messages. They are not, random, and they're not, you're in trouble. They're just to help you. Final things, and we're going to wrap this up. Coupon Club. I mentioned this. If you have women who join the Coupon Club and get over $250 worth of coupons, all they have to do is click a link, watch a 3-minute video, and input some questions. It is so easy. They do it on their own time. 5 women do that, you get earrings. 5 women do it again, you get a bracelet. 5 women do it again, you get a necklace. You get a full set of jewelry. Why? Why does this matter? You will learn at 10. I will answer the questions they put in with you and her in a text. This isn't hard. We don't have to schedule anything. I just send a text. Hey, here are the questions. You'll learn so much. Your customers will be so excited about what you're doing. They grow in their appreciation for Mary Kay and for these products and all of that. It is so awesome and so easy, you guys. You can start asking people to do this now if you want, or you can, as you get going, and as you have guests and start having all of that, you can use it as a part of those sessions. We ask people every single session to do the Coupon Club. It helps you. It helps them. It's a win-win. And as a new consultant, this is what you're going to earn. So, so definitely take advantage. Our hope and our vision for this year is to be warrior women, to be resilient, purpose-driven, courageous, and faithful. We're not here to just make money, but to be great women, great business owners, great moms. I really believe Mary Kay is a discipleship course as you walk your faith walk. And it's a self-development course for us as humans. And so it is all about who we are in this process of working a business. The STAR program is a fun points reward system. So you'll hear us talk about STAR consultants. This is just where women, as you order, get points. And every quarter, you get to cash in points for prizes. I like to do gift cards. So every quarter I get at least $100 in gift cards that I can spend on whatever I want. Sometimes people will get luggage or pots and pans or purses. It's super fun. So we keep up with you on this. I'll always let you know how you're doing with your points. So I'm not going to like read the whole thing through, but the Star Consultant program is basically points for you selling product and making money. You get points to cash in for prizes. They're all about the prizes here. We get spoiled to death in Mary Kay. If you stick around and you little by little grow your business and strengthen it, you will have so many fun things to show for it besides just money and personal growth. So this is a monthly prize. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Ellie. Shh. You're talking over mommy and they can't hear. Every month, if you have 600 in wholesale, you get a fun prize. So this year, these are some of the prizes. There's this fun jewelry case that we just did last month. I haven't seen this purse yet, this little handbag. I'm super excited. The watch is an annual reward. They've done necklaces, earrings, bracelets, very cute, completely unique items. No one else except Mary Kay Girls has these. And so each month you can hit Soaring Sisters and earn a fun prize. If you hit this level, you're earning about $500 in profit for your family. That is a huge life-changing number. And so my hope is that we'll have 10 women every month earn this prize because they're making a difference in their family's budget. If you earn this prize, you will also be a star. And so you'll earn that prize too. So everything combines, you get to double dip and get all the goodies. Our hope this year is to have a top trip tribe. That is a huge top 0.1% of Mary Kay units do this by having 10 women who are Soaring Sisters each month. They earn those fun prizes monthly. 25 new coupon club people every month. That's where you're inviting women to get those coupons and they fill out the little form. 6 new red jackets. I told you those are our middle managers. 2 sales directors, women who take my role and do it in their own tribe, and 800 in wholesale, $825 in wholesale orders every day as a team. There's 113 of us right now. So together we can accomplish amazing things, and that's our goal. So tips to hang in here and be with us a year, 2, 3 years from now. Number 1, plug in. This isn't meant to be alone. You're not meant to know how to do this by yourself. So we huddle every Tuesday, about 45 minutes, and we do recognition and we celebrate accomplishments. We share from the heart things that are happening in our lives. And I try to give you basic business tips to move forward and grow. You can ask questions. This is a safe place for everyone. Come be with us on Tuesdays. Set your schedule, set your alarm, and come join us on Zoom. It's on Zoom. I do a weekly post in our group of Facebook every week with it. I can do a weekly reminder for you if you'd like to be on there where it has the link so you can click on it and join us every Tuesday. We also have a Bible study on Fridays. So noon Central Time on Fridays, we hang together and study God's word and do some different studies. So if you want to grow spiritually and you don't have a place for that, come join us. It is open enrollment. You can come hang with us. Just let me know if you want to be a part of that. Number 2, after you are plugging in, the second thing, focus on serving. Focus on serving. If you are focused on helping add value to others with your business, letting them try products, letting them find solutions, letting them gain confidence, you will be successful here. End of the story. When you're serving people, adding value, you will be successful. You cannot fail. It's impossible. Number 3, think long-term. Do not get stuck in, I did something today and I didn't see it today. I did something yesterday and I haven't seen it yet. Throw that out the window. It will not serve you here. Yes, we do look at results, but we don't need to have everything turn around in a 24-hour period. Some things need time to germinate, and you will have so much more fun if you take some breaths, let it play out over time. When you're huddled when you're plugged in, we'll help you find the holes and help you tweak and improve your results, but it does take time. Number 4, use lots of the products. You're going to be the most effective, the most honest, the most believable when you're using them and you're actually doing stuff with the products. You have something to talk about and you have something impactful that's happening to you that you can share with your friends and family. So this is super key. Use a lot of the products, and that will make you a successful Mary Kay business owner over the long haul. And it will help you to have more fun. It'll help you to find great results and build something really special and lasting. And that is why we spend this time together on boot camp, to give you so many basic things, the recording you can come back to, the packet to check through and to read over. And this is only the beginning of your journey. And it is an honor and a thrill to me to walk with you on it. So I hope you will come and plug in and connect, communicate, and let's really see what you can accomplish this year. You are not alone. You are not expected to figure this out by yourself. Come and be a part of what we do together. And it's going to be a lot of fun.